All right. Welcome to Ohene Inspired. Welcome to Ohene Inspired. And last week I shared a video on Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada, on a job fair that is coming off tomorrow at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Newfoundland time. Um, Currently, what we are going to look at here is how you could jump into the system and register for the program. All right, so I wouldn't waste much time on this. Let's jump in and then I'll demonstrate how you could jump in and register for this program. Okay, all right, so you have to just go to the website. I'll put the link here. I think I shared it in um, the previous video I did for last week. So you could click on that, or perhaps I'll still put it in the description box here. I'll also link that video here as well, just for the purposes of you getting to register because you have only today left, right? Next week, sorry, tomorrow is the final day, and of course, after today, you will not be able to register because the program is starting tomorrow. All right. So this is the interface you will get. Over here, you see virtual immigration events, right? And then when you scroll down, you will see your dream career starts in Newfoundland and Labrador. All right. So over here, just a bit of some notes here. If you are interested in building your career and a home in Canada, our virtual immigration events are here to help. We are bringing together employers from across the province of Newfoundland and Labrador that are looking for skilled workers for workers like you. Register today and you will learn more about our opportunities and employers that may be of interest to you and get information and connections you need to start the process. Upload your current resume and we will share with you companies hiring across Newfoundland and Labrador. Approved employers can search through the resumes we receive for qualified candidates and reach out to candidates with the skills and experience they need. We post events here as they are scheduled as people bookmark this page and check back often. All right, so you could tell this is a notice they have on the website ready to pursue your career dreams in Newfoundland. Register today, right? So you click on register today. And when you click on register today, this is the next interface you meet or you get, right? Yeah, so of course, you haven't created any account here, so you just have to just click on register, right? Yeah, so when you click on register, it gives you this interface. You just scroll down and then you will see from here, right? So, but then make sure you read this information, right? It's just an act of you putting your information there that protecting people's information. But however, this is what they are going to be using it for. Purposes of the event, and then of course, assist you land an interview with an employer. So yeah, so you could see here upload your resume, and it's indicated here as mandatory, right? That means that you need to fill in this space with your updated resume, right? Mind you, your resume should um, be in a Canadian template. So, if you don't know how Canadian template resume looks like, I would recommend my perfect resume, right? My perfect resume. It's actually a page that you can use to create resume in Canadian standard, right? Yeah, or perhaps you could also Google uh, Canadian CV template, right? Yeah, but make sure that your resume is in that template. Then after you upload that, you put in your credentials, so your name, your last name, I mean, your first name, your last name, your email, right? Your email, I mean, an active email, right? So obviously you should put that there. And then citizenship, I mean, meaning your country that you reside. So let's say your name, you put in your name, um, maybe um, Kwame, maybe Kwame Mensah, right? So maybe your name, right? And then you put in your email address. So you put it there. So something at gmail.com. So just let me just put something there at gmail.com just for the illustration purposes. Then citizenship. So that means the country that you are a citizen of, right? Yeah. So you look for your country. I am from Ghana. So I select Ghana, right? Ghana, and then you go to country of residence, right? So obviously country that you reside in, right? Yeah, for some people, possibly you are not living in that country that you are a citizen of. So I mean, if that's the case, then you do that, right? But other than that, if it's the same as your citizenship, just ensure that you do so accordingly. Then do you have a family in Canada? Obviously, if you don't, then you answer respectively, right? No. If you don't, I don't, so I selected no. Then in terms of your education, so you have education here, right from low secondary school to secondary school, bachelor's, non-university degree, diploma, trade, or apprenticeship, right? Yeah, so the trade people are usually the plumbers, the carpenters, and what have you, right? Machine operators and all that. So ensure that if you have any certification like that, that is not necessarily falling in any of this category, then you make sure you select that as your uh, options over here, right? In terms of education, if you have masters, doctorate, you put it accordingly. Then work experience, right? Work experience. So your work experience. Um, it's actually giving you limiting it to about three. So it said please select up to three that apply. So just look through, right? I mean, if your work experience is in the area of construction, then you make sure you select construction, right? If your work experience in the area of community support worker, you select that. Data analyst, education, you select that. Yeah, so it means that you should select up to three. It shouldn't go beyond three, right? So please select up to three. That applies. And then if your work area is around maybe engineering or maybe healthcare, you select that. So that means that you've selected up to the three that is being requested, right? And then over here you select. So in terms of construction, so you could tell what you select here as the major experience sector that you have experience in. That is what is going to indicate the beneath your work experience, right? Yeah, so over here you just have to put in the construction field. You just put what you did in the construction field. So maybe construction field you were mason, transport truck driver, where you are an estimator, project manager, and all that. So whatever you were, we are maybe a plumber or a tiler or what we call tile setter and all that, right? So you just select that. So I've selected plumber, me just for the purpose of what we are doing. All right. So education, you put a post secondary education, right? Obviously, if it's post secondary, it means anything beyond secondary, right? Then primary and secondary, that is where it ended, if that is what you have. And then early childhood education. So in terms of education, if that, I mean, in terms of this experience, if that's what you have experience in, just select accordingly, right? So I am selecting post education just for the purpose of what we are doing. Then healthcare, let's say I am maybe pharmacy technician, maybe just put it there. I mean, so you select anything that you have done according to what you selected over here, right? Yeah, and then language. Yes, so which language do you speak frequently? So if you speak English frequently, select that. If you speak French, you select that accordingly, right? Yeah, and then have you taken an English French proficiency exams? If you have, I mean, you could also do that. But if you haven't taken any English proficiency, you can go ahead and select no, or you can select no because English is your primary language. But then it might require you that you do some exams there, right? Probably IELTS. So just select that that applies accordingly. Then, are you interested in studying in a post-secondary institution in Newfoundland? Perhaps you could select yes, right? Yeah, if you want to further education, if you happen to have opportunity to be in the province, I mean, you could select that as well, and then you choose um, um, the program or whatever you would wish to do, and an undergrad or postgraduate degree or certification or something. Just select all that applies, right? So I mean, you can select that, and then if you want to select all to why not? You can select all as well. Then all the interest, the area of interest, right? Yeah, so you put the area of interest. Maybe you want to do maybe learn trade courses, right? Or courses, or maybe you want to learn um, maybe health, right? Or maybe uh, personal support worker. So you can put that there. Yeah. So something that should tell you, I mean, if you have the opportunity to study the areas that you will be study or you would love to study in, you can put that there as well, right? Yeah. So that, I mean, it tells them that, I mean, not only that you would want to come and stay there and work, but also you would take the opportunity if you have the chance to further your studies. And then the desired start date, that so date that you think if you come there you would want to start going to school or start I mean being in the field that you want to pursue education in or training in, right? Yeah, so you put that start date there, right? Yeah, could be in the future, 2025, 2026. I mean, whichever date that suits what you prefer, right? And would you like to receive information about study programs in Newfoundland? Yeah, so if you wish to receive it, you can select, other than that, you can select no, and then you are done. You are done. You're done. So when you're done, you will just select. Oh, sorry. So you are done. You just select register, right? Yeah, I have registered already, so I don't think. So this one is just the purposes of showing you how you could set up for this, right? You could set up for this. Yeah. So I mean, just take time and do this because up to um, you have up to what do we call it? uh, End of today, right? Because the program is tomorrow, and therefore, if you don't register today, obviously you will not be able to be participating in the program, right? Yeah. So thank you very much for joining, and I will see you in another video. Yeah. So don't forget to also subscribe to the channel or any inspired, right? And then give us